I mean, I think the ones where he's complaining about stores with different names for their sizes is funny enough. It's like, who the fuck says grande? Just give me a medium. Like, that one's at least relatable.
Is grande medium? I thought that was big.
Exactly. Like, I don't fucking know.
What's the equivalent to medium at like Starbucks?
It's like tall, large, and grande or some bullshit like that.
Coming to you live from Barcelona, Spain.
This is not live. This was an uploaded video. Back check.
If you guys aren't familiar with Barcelona, I recommend you keep your eyes on them, because they're looking like a pretty hot team this year. Well, I know the season's coming to a close, but let's just say that some of my boys on the inside have told me that they have been taking steroids, which is going to improve their soccer performance.
If he put, okay, that could have been funny if he put in like at least a zoom in on his face. Like he could, like that, it could have been funny if he just edited the video.
Today's episode of Idubbbz Complains is all about immigration and xenophobia and race.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, so we've already seen Sarah Stock, Kanye West, Donald Trump, and Nick Fuentes. I'm sure this is going to be great.
And TikTok and the TikTokification of xenophobia. The
Indian joke? Oh,
wait.
Is this made from Mudahar?
Wait.
From a guy named Kurt Kaz. Now, this guy, Kurt Kaz, he is a travel vlogger. So you would think with all...
I genuinely thought, like, at the very, like, beginning, I thought it was Persona music while you're talking over it.
The traveling around the world, damn. That would really open your mind to different cultures, different ways of life, and how we're all just people trying to live.
You have to open your eyes, but in the right way. You like when you experience different cultures, you have to come to the same conclusions that we're all heckin' human. We're all super positive chungus.
But unfortunately, he's a great example of how you can travel the world, and as long as your mind is fucking closed, everything you see is just going to confirm your biases.
Look at this. Look at the fucking states of the city.
It's okay. This is really how he's just saying it out. Okay, that is kind of funny. He's just saying it out loud. Yeah.
He's saying what we're all afraid to say.
No, okay. I mean, okay. If anything, that's more content brain rot at that point. Like, because I don't know. Because I was just imagining, oh, he was gonna record it and then maybe do a voiceover afterwards, or maybe just have text on the screen. But no.
This is Rome, guys.
Like the Casbah.
This looks like in Bangladesh or something. Look at this, guys.
What do you mean, or something? I would like to hear more, but you're just saying it looks like Bangladesh. Is that because there's people from Bangladesh here?
Why not just do content cop this guy?
From? There's a lot of people with brown skin in the world, and they don't all come from Bangladesh. I don't know. Do they have fresh fruit and vegetables in Bangladesh? I mean, that's one indication it might look like Bangladesh. I've seen this guy's videos, by the way. He goes to Bangladesh.
Okay, thank you. Wow, it is madness.
Okay, so... That's the Italy? I mean, Italy and Rome are very closely connected. So okay.
Yeah,
or I don't know. Maybe Rome's a city in Italy, but basically they aren't Italian.
He's gone to a random farmer's market where the population of immigrants is a bit higher than other places in the city, and he's saying, "Yep, we're in fucking Bangladesh."
Bit higher compared to what? What's the baseline here of immigration in Italy?
Look at the state of this place.
You mind telling us what the state is?
Look at the fucking states of the city. Look at the states of this place. Look at this, guys. Look at this.
But I don't know what the state is. I need you.
How many followers is this guy? He flashed up his TikTok earlier. Like, what? Like, is he punching down right now? Wait, what's the?
A bit further in, I think. It's like
there we go. 804K followers on TikTok. So okay, so.
And it's below 7 million now.
Yeah, it's below. He did fall below. He's losing subscribers that fast. Yeah, so he's punching down on like 800K which, by the way, like followers on TikTok are not. I would say they're probably less valuable than YouTube subscribers because of just how the algorithm, the platform works on TikTok. But to be fair, like, you know, that kind of could be a little, it depends how you get your subscribers. Like from shorts viewers are pretty actually, I probably shouldn't say that. A view on a live stream is more valuable than a view on a video, which is more valuable than a view on a short, which is probably more valuable than a view on a post.
Caricature.
That's what I'm getting at.
Postcard. It is not like what they're actually experiencing on a daily basis. What are these people doing on a regular basis? Selling and buying a bunch of produce in a market. And he's saying, this isn't Europe. I'm not seeing any white cheese vendors. This is nothing like Europe. This is nothing like Rome.
I don't see a single Italian here, guys. I am more Italian than any of these people. Look at this.
I don't see a single
I mean, I don't think he's swarthy enough to be Italian, frankly.
Italian here.
I don't see a single Italian here, guys. I am more Italian than any of these people.
Okay, dude. What the fuck are they? What the fuck are these people living in Italy? What does an Italian look like? You don't see an
Okay, in the words of in the words of Sam Hyde, we all know. I don't know. I mean, Italians is kind of borderline, right? Like they're not. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, actually, do you want chat? Put a 1 in chat if Italians are white. Put a 2 in chat if Italians are not white. Right? It's a very heated debate. That and Irish. But frankly, it's in the words of Sam Hyde in his Dear Elon Musk video. We all know what an American is, right? And that also goes for Italy. If anything, it might go more for Italy.
Italian? What are they going to wear? A name tag? Yeah, my name's Riccardo, the Italian. Maybe instead of saying, I don't see any Italians here, you can fucking ask any of these people who are most certainly Italian. Ask them if they're Italian. I might not look like Mario, but I'm Italian. I know, it's hard to believe.
I am more Italian than any of these people.
By the way, guys, his clothing brand is called Conquest. He's a white South African making travel vlogs that are vaguely xenophobic. And his clothing brand is called Conquest. We gotta retire.
Okay, so if he's from South Africa, and like obviously apartheid ended how long ago, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so it's not like he was involved in apartheid specifically. I don't know. I'm assuming that guy's probably less than 30. Is that a say? Maybe less than 35. I'm 100% certain less than 35. The guy in the TikTok I'm referring to, right? So he didn't have anything to do with apartheid. So, you know, it's the same thing as like slavery here in America, where it's like, oh, you're to blame for your ancestors. But also, now that apartheid's ended and we're so far removed from that, we're getting like the counter to that, where South African politicians are actively and like in their campaigns saying kill the Boer. Which Boer in South Africa means, you know, basically white people. So if you were to have your empathy on Idubbbz, you know, you learned that trait at the age of like 33, 32. Wouldn't you be able to empathize with the white South African in this scenario?
One of those things, at least. I would recommend the xenophobic part, but you could also change the conquest part as well. You know, at least one.
Saying that the streets is dangerous. Perché?
Perché hanno I coltelli tutti quanti, I machetti.
Machetti?
Sì, loro.
Look at all these guys. Look at all the shits on the floor. And here they are, just loitering. Very dangerous, he's saying.
I'm genuinely curious if he's going to bring up the UK now. Dude, it's just, Idubbbz is like running to like the wrong side of every issue. Like this has to be some kind of like performance art. It's like, yeah, I think transgender should be in sports. You know, they should be able to compete against your daughters.
I think all of humanity should just be a melting pot where every single person is just an ambiguous shade of brown with no discernible qualities.
Io adesso sono un centinaio, mi caricano, sicuro.
So this is the part of the video where they really up the levels of propaganda. They start you off softly implying by just showing you like, this isn't like the postcards of Europe that you see. You guys have heard of Rome in your history class. You never saw pictures like this. You saw beautiful things like the Colosseum, but now you have to see immigrants. And then you get to this guy who's like, all right, now that I've primed you, I'm going to tell you how dangerous this street is that's adjacent to the farmer's market. Never mind the fact that none of you have any idea what this market is, what this street is. He's just going to act.
Okay, so it's literally a market that represents all of Rome. Okay, so he photoshopped this himself. This is an actual screenshot. Terrifying market, adjacent to an even scarier street that's filled with dangerous hooligans.
Act like he's an authority on the matter and vaguely.
It would have been more interesting if he actually pulled up what the exact market was, so we can like cross-reference. Like, is it actually that crime-ridden? Like, you could have debunked his point by pulling up an actual like Google Map review stuff.
Imply that it's an immigrant problem and not a poverty problem. By the way, when I was editing this, I found the rest of this clip. He ends up leaving the marketplace and they go to some random public area.
Catching pickpockets in Rome.
And harass some people who are just minding their own business, talking about how he's from Europe and he's more Italian than these people. I think he mentions Africa at one point.
We're in Italy. We are in Europe. We are not in Africa. Get away from me. Okay. This is my country. Yeah, Europe. Are you from Europe? I'm from Europe.
Oh no, Europe is being overrun. Someone save Europe. Now these videos.
Okay, like he's making a pedantic point, like Europe is not a country, actually. Okay, so Drew says okay, I watched the video. Kurt Kaz is right. The Kurt Kaz video, not Idubbbz. This is from Drew in chat. The video layer shows the gypsies stealing, which Idubbbz will guarantee not show. Well, I think he's already moving on.
Themselves are very bad.
Dude, we're already like 6. Is he gonna go after some other guys now?
But when you go into the comment section, you realize how many people these bad ideas are attracting. Samantha says, import third world, get third world. Well,
hey, 32.7K likes, man.
These are not imports. These are human beings. But if you're referring to, there being a farmer's market, that's kind of a first world thing. That's just called a regular market everywhere else. So yeah, you're wrong.
Okay.
Wrong, and you're also stupid. This is what.
What did he debunk there? What's the argument? What would genuinely? It's like, they're heckin' human beings. It's like they're human beings from the third world, and there is the reason that the third world is like a third. Those third world countries are third world countries, right? Is it just because of the geography there? Or is it because the people there? Like, are you going to address? Has Idubbbz even thought about this at all?
The liberals want in America, yeah, and they're getting it. They're getting their farmers markets, and they're loving their farmers markets. Thank you for making this.
Yes, because that's what I think about American farmers market. If anything, right? Like, okay, I don't know if you guys can speak to your experience. Like, it's mostly just like yuppie whites that are mostly the ones running farmers markets.
Content and hopefully waking up the European people. Oh yeah, this is something that you're going to see a lot is people just sort of, when it benefits them, they will invoke the continent of Europe, and when it doesn't benefit them, they'll be very specific and say, oh, this is a real problem in the UK. This is a real problem in Rome. Europe is finished.
He's not pointing. I really hope he actually like makes the point, because he keeps trying to like distinguish like Europe and different European countries, but it's really falling flat. Because
I mean, when the entire continent as a whole is suffering the same problem, and you can point out in each individual country these problems are existing, yeah, it affects Europe as a whole,
yeah,
and Rome individually.
Yeah, not to mention that most of them are in the European Union. Obviously, there are some exceptions of European countries not in the European Union, but there is a governing body over all of them.
It's like saying, it's like the same statement of like, oh, this is a problem for America. Yeah. Oh, like, are you talking about California or Texas? Right? Like,
yeah, it's like, like imagine if
it's like same difference.
Yeah, imagine saying like, oh yeah, immigration is such an issue. And then it's like, obviously, like say you're in like Alabama or Texas, and then somebody from like Connecticut is like, actually, I think it's too way up here. It's like, okay, come move down here.
Rome has fallen again. Oh man.
Again.
Yeah, farmers markets will be the end of Rome. This is what America would be if Trump didn't put a stop to it. Yeah, and how's that working out? Import third world.
Wait, okay, hold on. Well, what three names? Three? U.S. is okay. Who cares?
And
American veteran, literally like the lowest bit rate like image ever. Joey Garcia. Okay, was Joey Garcia the like quote unquote was it Maryland man who like essayed people
working out? Import third
I don't know.
Become third world. I don't like. I just
I don't know. Surely he's not that like lowbrow or lazy in his editing. So like to at least like kind of, if he's going to put the name of the specific guy detained by ICE, hopefully you wouldn't put the guy who infamously was like touted as a Maryland man and then turned out to like, you know, be an abuser.
From Rome, and yes, it was bad. Scammers and graffiti everywhere. I'm not even Italian and it makes me sad. Well, don't let your racism affect you too much. For all you know, the Italians are loving it. This looks like Toronto as well. Unfortunately, same in the UK, even worse. RIP Europe and UK. They're ruining Canada and the UK right now. Oh my God, we finally found a sensible comment. Every city, state, country has its international sections, i.e. Chinatown, Japantown, Little Armenia, etc. There's nothing wrong with diversity. You happen to be in an international flea market. This is Rome is a false statement. It's just a block, not the state of the city. Okay, shout out Jack, the man. You just brought the heat. They turn every place they...
Okay. I mean, but that is a part of the city. That has not been there since Rome's inception. That has not been there since Italy's inception, right? Like, and also, like, you could say that the fact that they are making their own blocks that are like these ethnic carve-outs of the city is arguably even worse, right? Because that implies they're not integrating. They're just,
it implies that they're segregated. They're intentionally segregating themselves. Like Chinatown, shouldn't all of the city just be the city? Well, like, isn't Chinatown a little racist?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like they are being which, by the way, right, being amongst people of your own culture is not inherently bad. But there are, like, in Chinatown, there is a whole country, a whole like over billion, maybe 2 billion in China. There's a lot of people of their culture in one country.
Go into the place that they left. I think some people have a selfish mindset in thinking that because they themselves wouldn't leave the country that they were born in or have become accustomed to, that other people wouldn't do that. And if they are doing that, they're doing it for like sinister reasons. It's just like a basic human thought to be like, I want to bring some of my culture into the place that I'm traveling to, that I'm now going to start my new life in.
There's a difference between trying to share your culture with like your neighbors at like a barbecue or something, and then there's not trying to assimilate into the culture you're trying to live in.
Yeah, and like, say if that's human nature, then I mean, obviously I'm not saying that all immigrants are bad people or whatsoever, but like if there's people of too many different cultures in one area and they're forced to live live amongst each other, then that could lead to conflict, right? Because some cultures just are not compatible with each other. Like, think of the statement like Islam is right about women. The whole point of that statement is, which I do not agree with. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're explaining. Yeah, the whole point is to it'll make. I'm pretty sure back when like some kid at some college probably like put like flyers up, and the whole point was like, oh, feminists don't know how to be angry about this, right? Because it's either like they're Islamophobic or they have to kind of betray or make carve outs in their feminist ideology. So it just proves that they're not they are not compatible on the women issue, which, you know, considering they're like what 50% of the population, that's a pretty big deal. You know, it's like I remember this like Muslim street interview I saw on Twitter the other day, but it was like convincing white girls to wear a burqa, and in the video her belly, like she had like a crop top. Oh yeah, on. Her belly was like censored. Yeah. So, you know, there is a reason that Arab Muslim women are covered from head to toe. And because they have very dire consequences from the men if they don't dress that way.
going to be these places that are desirable to go to and that are very multicultural. There's a reason why people are referencing Canada and the UK. It's because people who are immigrating to these countries like these countries. They like that.
Yeah, I'm sure all the Indians just taking a massive shit on the beach, you know, just being a hole and dumping, fat deuce just on, in public with everyone looking around. Yeah, I'm sure it's because they love the country. And, God forbid they learn how to go to fucking public bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, Totolis just ain't their culture. What
They're already kind of established there, and there are foods and routines and places to go and people to meet that are going to allow them to integrate better into the society. Okay, we got another comment. It says,
I mean, you say that as if every immigrant wants to integrate into the society that they're immigrating to. Like some of them are just there to earn more money.
Yeah, let's see. What's that one Somalian candidate for what was it? Not Minnesota. What's the
New York?
No, Minneapolis. That is it.
Okay.
Minneapolis. Because I remember he referred to. I'm pretty sure he referred to Somalia as his mother country. Let's see. Wants to. Okay. Let's see where it is. Democratic Socialist candidate wins DFL endorsement for Minneapolis mayor. There is a clip here where he's talking about Sikh support. Dog, look at this. There's a Minnesota flag, which by the Minnesota flag was it was redesigned somewhere recently. Where is YouTube? Okay, YouTube might be mother country. I'm genuinely trying to find this, but I can't. Okay, but I'm just saying it's I don't think. Because they are you have seen and very high profile examples of this guy Zoran, where for example Zoran Mamdani in New York, he immigrated here in 2018, and now he's running for office, right? So it's and obviously he's not doing some moderate, he's it's being a fundamental transforming how New York works to having state run grocery stores. That's not.
I think it's a huge problem when we have candidates trying to run in our country waving the flags of other countries. It's one thing to wave it's one thing to wave a gay flag, right? Whatever. That might as well be America's true flag. But if you're running for a mayoral position in New York and you're running a flag of, whatever other country that you're natively from, it's some people would consider that a sign of war.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure there's a certain other country that would also apply to that.
One other one, but we don't want to say it.
All the other candidates are flying in that New York primary.
Being pretty racist. And this person responds with, you can't go into a new country and overtake it like this. You assimilate into their culture. They're also ruining property. So in no way is it racist. It's a pattern. After watching that video, a little while later, I started getting more content that was adjacent to that. This time in the form of Robin Bagpipes.
He's falling down the alt-right pipeline, Manic. Watch one video and then start noticing.
I am proud of European culture. I will not show embarrassment around European culture, and I will continue to spread European culture.
You might be...
Okay, so if any other demographic was doing that, nobody would bat an eye.
No, I'm constantly awoken. You guys, I'm sure you've heard my ramblings about being awoken in the middle of the night, listening to, Hispanic, Mexican culture music, right? And I'm supposed to just live with it. But if I started blasting anime weeaboo shit, it looked like I was the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta blast them with the anime OST.
Taking a lot of credit here by saying that you're spreading European culture. You'll notice that a lot of people going into the UK and a lot of Mexicans going into the
are they gonna do the thing where it's whites don't actually have culture?
US, they're not doing this shit. They're literally just living their lives. And I think a lot of people
okay, Manic, the other day I was going to, pay a bill at, the local grocery store. And a person in line just had their phone out blasting some music, right? Mm-hmm. And it's no headphones, just letting it rip. And, to me, I thought that was pretty insensitive. Oh, but it's part of their culture, I guess, to just be obnoxious whenever the fuck they want.
see, I don't know, Muslim people wearing hijabs or Indian culture being expressed or any of these like.
Oh, wait. Why? Genuinely. Why did you have to say, why did you put that one?
Jobs or Indian culture.
What? That is he was the Prime Minister of Canada. Like
Trudeau.
Yeah, Trudeau. Like, and he's in this like Indian attire. Doesn't that show that like even like the immigration problem in Canada has gone so bad that even the Prime Minister has to like, you know, basically kind of like adapt their values from a different culture
being expressed or any of these like foreign cultures and religious traditions. And they think to themselves, oh, this is performative. This would be like me dressing up in my full Scottish regalia and marching down the streets playing my bagpipe in India. It's like, that's not what it is at all. The immigrants going to your country of Scotland or wherever else, they're literally just trying to live. And you interpreting their culture as like this exuberant display or them bringing the third world to your country is just ignorant. He says, I brought cultural enrichment back to European markets. I love this British market. You don't have to pretend to be anymore. He is performing for these Indian people. It's very interesting to them. And instead of owning the fact that this is a great way to spread your culture.
Okay, I feel like that is kind of an assumption that they're like interested.
Culture and
because like you can like take their facial expressions to mean like, you know, oh, they clearly are.
I mean, when anyone starts blasting a loud noise, it's human instinct just to look over and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Same with like a car accident. So.
Owning the fact that this is a great way to spread your culture and also get views online, he's deciding to bring this sort of disgusting xenophobic element to all of his content.
If you hate your own country so much that you want this to replace it, that there's something seriously wrong with you, follow me around the world. You want to spread European culture.
Because I think it's like it caught my attention, and I'm sure it caught a lot of people's attention because of the contrast. You don't often see the little ginger kid in India playing his bagpipes.
What is that? Social repos? Okay, so to cap off this, if he's literally in India, then this is more content than anything else, I would say.
See the little ginger kid in India playing.
But I can understand this being more egregious than it happening in like literal Ireland.
Bagpipes.
My baby don't mess around.
They hate it, and I absolutely love it. Well, you don't know what they hate. It seems like they're very much interested in it. I mean.
Again, you're making an assumption just as much as that one commenter.
If you love it so much, then you might want to take up bagpiping culture because obviously it's being, overrun by immigrants. He's fighting for his culture. No. You think this guy's wearing this shit every day? He's putting on a show for you. That's what he's doing. He's not fighting for shit. His culture is probably wearing some blue jeans and eating a cheeky Nando's. That's probably his culture. And, I don't blame him for it.
He's, again, making assumptions just like that one commenter. So as he's calling out people for making assumptions, he's doing the same thing.
Right? That's closer to my culture. I brought cultural enrichment back to European markets. And you have people genuinely confused saying, is this really somewhere in Europe? They don't know. So it's a double whammy. You can say that this is what Europe looks like, but then simultaneously you're not in fucking Europe. So you're fear-mongering, but you're actually also just lying to people. But you can say, oh, I'm not lying, I'm just being satirical. But is it really that satirical? It's not. What are you satirizing? The fact that immigrants exist in your country? Or is it the fact that too many immigrants exist in your country? Or is it the fact that a specific type of immigrant exists in your country? Because you need to be a lot less generally racist to be able to pull off satire. White race, heart emoji. Do this more, please. Show the world what white culture is.
Is he gonna say
I'm on my Britney shit. Oops, I hit again.
He's also doing.
Okay, wait. Oh, okay. So he put a rap song as white culture, which, to be fair, the guy who did that freestyle was white. His name's, I'm pretty sure his rap name's Ian. Very, very funny name for a rapper, because it's literally just like an actual first name.
It's disgusting.
But you couldn't have had like Sweet Home Alabama. I mean, that is kind of like copyright.
AI content where it says Indian jumps into dirty water.
Some of the Indian stereotypes really are true.
It is AI, guys. Chill. And then you read.
I think it's kind of funny how he like he records his own content, then like does the AI just to like prove some racist point.
The description in it,
the racism is added in the AI patch.
Says, I love Indians, some of the friendliest, funniest, warmest people I met on my travels. Then you go to the comments.
Does that mean he's the woke hypocrite?
And he likes the comments saying it's not AI. It is so cowardly, right? Because it is, one, not acknowledging that there is already so much racism towards Indians on the internet and in the country that you're coming from. It is perpetuating
in the country that you're coming from. Did you even
so many negative, awful stereotypes? And then you're using AI to fabricate something that didn't fucking happen, but many people will interpret is real. And then you go to his page and you realize all of his videos are basically about tearing down and shitting on Indian culture. And not really even propping up Scottish culture. It's more about saying that Scottish culture is your...
Well, okay, where's, like, how do you know that there's a lot of Indian hate in Scotland? Like, where do you get off on saying that? Like, in Scotland specifically?
European culture, very bizarre.
I am proud of European culture. I will not show embarrassment of European culture.
We've heard from a South African, and we've heard...
I mean, I do think it would be better if he just did that in his own country. That probably has been overtaken, I would imagine, but I'm not too sure on the state of Scotland.
From a Scottish. Now we're going to hear from a Canadian. I'm talking Mr. Nelk.
This might be very controversial.
Oh, okay. I called it. One of those guys was a Nelk boy.
I can't say it. This is the way I'll say it. Tim Hortons, if I walk into a shawarma restaurant, I don't want to see a white person serving me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
If I walk into a shawarma restaurant and I see a white person serving me, I don't want it. So you can figure out the other.
You can figure out the other
side. If I see a white person in there, I'm fucking out. And Tim Hortons, you can figure out the other side.
Yeah. Listen, Mr. Jelk, it is still racist when you're
Mr. Jelk
using white people as the example for you to make the racist statement. I want white people to be cooking their white people food and brown people to be cooking their brown people food. That's weird. We don't like that, all right? By the way, it's Tim Hortons, not Hortons.
Okay, wait, okay. Am I just not familiar with what Tim Hortons is?
I have no idea what it is either,
right.
So I can't.
We're gonna do a little bit of research. What culture of food is it? Let's see. Tim Hortons. Okay, it does seem to be more of a Canadian thing. Let's see. Okay, I mean it's just. Oh, I'm looking at. Let me just make sure it doesn't have like franchise. What's the menu? Okay, we got the menu. Not putting in my address. Just let me. It's not okay. Let me. Okay, I'm just gonna type in Canada. No, oh my. Okay, it's not giving me the menu. What's the menu at Tim Hortons, dog? Okay, we're just gonna look up the Wikipedia. All right,
can you look at the early life as well, just in case?
Okay, Canadian multinational coffee house and restaurant chain with headquarters in Toronto. It serves coffee, donuts, sandwich. Okay, so this is a Canadian thing. Breakfast, egg muffins, and fast food items. Okay, this is like fairly standard food. Like, I don't think that I wouldn't associate these with any one culture. In August 2014, Burger King agreed to merge with Tim Hortons. The two chains became subsidiaries of Toronto-based holding company Restaurant Brands International.
Yeah, it just seems like another just fast food restaurant place. I don't get it.
Yeah, there's nothing. So, dude, have you heard about like Burger King closing down a lot of stores recently? Or
I guess I guess the guy on the plane with the crown has negatively affected them too much.
No, they redesigned the crown.
Oh, of course they did.
Okay, well, actually, I'm assuming this is a pretty old photo. The new crown kind of looks like this one. Yeah, shout out to everybody who has the franchises in Israeli settlements. Manic,
you're falling down a rabbit hole, Manic.
Hey, you said to check the early life. Further controversies have occurred during the company's expansion in the Middle East. The opening of a Burger King location in Mahalim Adi, whatever, an Israeli settlement in the Israeli-occupied Palestinian territories led to a breach of contract dispute between Burger King and its Israeli franchise due to the whole hotly contested international dispute over the legality of Israeli settlements in the Palestinian territories in accordance to international law. The controversy eventually erupted into a geopolitical dispute involving Muslim and Jewish groups on multiple continents over the application and adherence to international law. This is on the Burger King Wikipedia, by the way. The case eventually elicited reactions from the members of the 22-nation Arab League. The Islamic countries within the league made a joint threat to the company of legal sanctions, including the revocation of Burger King's business licenses within the member states' territories. It doesn't give us a year of when this, which, like, I'm very interested. Ported in 1999, archived in 2009, retrieved 2008. Okay, so this happened in like the 90s. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to backpedal on that. There we go.
That's weird. We don't like that.
I'm genuinely confused on like how is Tim Hortons like brown? Like what's the race associated with Tim Hortons?
All right. By the way, it's Tim Hortons, not Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
What the hell is that?
If I walk into a shawarma restaurant and I see a white person serving me, I don't want it. So you can figure out the other side.
This is the type of rhetoric you hear from conservative dads and grandfathers. Let's put it this way. Do I want a white guy making my Kung Pao chicken? No. Hell no, right? That's me saying fuck you to the white guy. You know, it's not about race. You know, I don't want white people cooking. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna be real. He's actually kind of cooking here. He is making a point. This would have hit harder if it was like 2019, but like you definitely did hear that a lot back then, where it's like this, like, you know, where it's like, think of the phrase, like if you talk about like college admissions and how college and all that is biased, they'll always talk about it from like, oh, they discriminate against Asians, never against whites. So like even in like the conservative sphere, they kind of like put down white people, especially back then. And by the way, that's Chuck Schumer, which he's not exactly white. Take a wild guess.
Tamales? You think if I go to Japan, they're just going to welcome me into the #1 sushi restaurant in the world? Probably not. Probably not. And would you say that they're racist because of that? Probably not. Probably not.
It's like if you walk into an Italian restaurant, you want Italian serving you.
I am more Italian than any of these people.
Dude, back in the day when I used to go to Tim Hortons every fucking day.
I think the real moral of the story is just cook at home. Don't go outside.
Does he not know what ethnicities are?
I would get a bagel and cream cheese with everything, and they'd put the cream cheese on both sides. Now what they do is they take the scooper and they fucking put it on one side and they fucking clap it like this. It's bullshit.
You're describing this generally low-skilled job as like some high cuisine. If someone fucks up half of your Tim Hortons order, it's still Tim Hortons.
What does chat think? My Canadians, back me up.
Unfortunately for everyone who backed him up in chat, you are, I regret to inform you, racist.
It's done. It's gone downhill. And I want to rep Canada and I want to rep Tim Hortons, but like, I don't really rep Tim Hortons like that no more.
We do not care, Dr. Jelk. You can take that repackaged boomer racism somewhere else because we're not buying. This guy's my fucking age. Bagpipes seems a little bit younger, which is even a little bit more troubling. And then the Conquest guy, they're my age. And I fucking look at them and I'm like, you fuckers are traveling to different countries. You need to be the change. You can be a bro and not be racist. You can make a beer company and not be racist. It's totally possible. In closing, I want to speak to all of the people who buy into this rhetoric. There's nothing to fear. You know, people in other countries are just humans living their lives, trying to exist. And when they go to your country, they're also just trying to exist. And it's not a fight. It's not a war for whose culture is going to win out. It's going to be a mixture of cultures. Tell that you're going to have to deal with.
What was the city in America where they had a bunch of Haitians suddenly live there?
Talking about Springfield, Ohio?
Exactly. Yeah. Like you guys know the place I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm sure those people integrated perfectly. I'm sure that there weren't total huge news stories about how teachers can't talk to their entire class anymore because now there's like 30 Haitian kids that don't know how to speak English. But yeah, it's totally not like they would go to war or anything. It's totally not, it's all fine. All immigration is good immigration. Yada yada.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, right? Like if you we have experienced like the biggest movement of people throughout the world ever in just like the past roughly 40, 60 years. I mean, really 40, I'd say it's probably a better count. It's like what we're experiencing is very unprecedented. And I think it's just like, obviously, there are going to be some new issues that have not come up. And when people are exposed to something that they thought that they were past, like toilets were invented hundreds of years ago. So to see people that don't value toilets, then it's or women's rights or whatever, just some basic things we take for granted. That's like, it's in our baseline. It's like in our psyche. It's like, oh yeah, this is what a society is. And then you see somebody like pick up a goose and then grill it. Right. So, and, obviously that person doesn't speak English. And then you get you can't.
And then you get called racist for telling them that they shouldn't do that.
One person cannot teach a classroom that speak 5 different languages across 30 people.
Fact that a mosque was erected in your city. Oh no. Well, guess what? You don't have to go to the mosque. It's not a crime for it to be in your line of sight. Before I go, I want to bring your guys' attention to some lawsuits.
Crime when entire communities erect, 15-meter tall statues honoring gods and stuff, and countries that aren't predominantly them. But
let me be go to a primarily Muslim Arab country and try going to a church. Right, I'd really like to see that happen. Right. Like just see how, or even, just wear a cross in one of those, you will not get treated the best. Like that's objectively the case. And also like a lot of these mosques, they literally may be replacing something that was previously there, whether it be like some small business that got bulldozed to build it, or maybe even it was previously a church. That happens more in the UK, I think. But it's not a zero. It is a zero-sum game, just to a certain extent.
Recently dropped. Frogan, Denims, and Casey Tron have all been sued, and they are trying to fight this off. I really believe in their cases, and I think it's important to either set a precedent or send a message that just because you're fucking rich and powerful doesn't mean that you can bully people on the internet, doesn't mean you can bully women, minorities, people who are poorer than you. And I think it would be good if they can continue to fight this off. So I'm going to put the links to their GoFundMe's down below.
I really hate how he's framing these lawsuits. The way he's framing that these lawsuits are just frivolous against women and minorities. It's like H3 explicitly says in his video talking about it that it's not just because they're women and minorities. No, it's because they blatantly disregarded copyright law.
Yeah, Idubbbz donated $420 one day ago, and this is to Casey Trons, who's like the chronic weed addict. Great. Let's see. It did Idubbbz another $420 here. So he did. By the way, none of these has reached their goal. By the way.
Yeah, I mean, at least he's putting his money where his mouth. Okay, so I have a question. Why is this one 200,000 yet the other ones are like what 100?
Yeah, I was just about to ask
why she need 2 times? I know why she needs twice as much money, but like
that is so funny. Like she just has a double. And wait, let's see. She's last place.
She's last place yet is expecting twice as much.
She has the least donations by number 2. So like, because this has 1K donations, 1.4K donations. I'm sure if we average this out, she might have the biggest like average.
The biggest.
Like the highest average donation right? Like in a single donation, she may make more on average.
And always remember, Manic, if they're poorer than you, you can't sue them. If someone T-bones your car and it's like more expensive, your car's more expensive than theirs, you can't ask for their insurance or sue them for, T-boning you because they're poorer and a minority and they don't know how to read what a stop sign says. And that's why they that's why they T-boned you. Oh, you can't sue them. Like, why not? If they break the law, sue them. That's what's great about America, right? Right, Manic?
Yeah, just sue everybody. That's how you take care of your issues.
Exactly.
I mean, to be fair, like they're going about this. Like there is a real, like, by the way, like Idubbbz never even made an economic argument for immigration. That whole thing.
No,
which that I don't know. That might have worked a little more than whatever that. That's assuming Idubbbz actually understands economics. Yeah. Come on. Let's see it. Congrats on 6 million subs. Been here since 7 million. Pay your coaches the money you owe them. Oh, and somebody in chat. Hold up. Who the fuck is donating to Casey Tron?
So true.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna be real, right? Because okay, yeah, I just had a yawn there.
Yawn maxing.
Yawn max. Okay, so I'm assuming you guys know about OnlyFans. I'm assuming, right? And like, by the way, Lil Tay, who just turned 18, I believe.
Oh yeah, I know. About
within 24 hours, I'm pretty sure like she uploaded the like content onto OnlyFans like a minute after it hit midnight, really, which would imply that she took the images and whatever content she recorded before she. Okay, I'm just saying, right? She made what, $1 million in like less than a day.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm gonna be real. I highly doubt, at least in America. Okay, I really want to see OnlyFans' user base by country, because a part of me just doesn't believe there are men out there in America specifically that are like actually paying for the content in the big 2025. Like a part of me thinks like, oh, like there has to be some funny money going on with OnlyFans, right?
Probably.
Like, which honestly, honestly for me at least, it sounds like cope, because like there's no way, but it's all like a dark money op to convince women to ruin their lives, frankly. Yeah, so that was that I can see indeed. Thank you, high powered. Oh, okay, wait, there is I think the comment got away. I have no idea what the comment was I was referring to, where it is right now. Oh, yeah. From Fingolia, Idubbbz, famously responsible when fundraising. That's so true. Yeah, because when Idubbbz... By the way, has Creator Clash ever did they ever do some fundraising after it was canceled? Open comments, that's brave. I'll give you that. My liberal friends are going to love this one. I'm still searching for the positive comments. Oh, this guy... Okay, dude, I'm tiny. I should probably like drink coffee. Drinking coffee before streams is probably a better idea than doing Adderall.
You've been on the grind for a while now, bro.
I have. It's because my return video was in February. Was it? I think it wasn't it like a February 6th? I'm pretty So I've been at it for over 6. Funny. Okay, this is actually a really poignant point though. Funny listening to someone who isn't from Europe telling everyone what Europe is like. Yeah, because as far as where was he was in Australia, which is not Europe. So as far as we know, I don't think he's actually been to Europe. I mean, chances are like Anissa probably loves traveling, so I wouldn't be surprised if they've been to Europe. But this is a really good point. Oh, look, Anissa's wife's trying to tell another country how they should behave. What a surprise. Please, Ian, share your thoughts on child marriage next time. Yeah, that is a really good point, because there are some cultures where that's totally fine. Like India. By the way, isn't it a law in India that if a male SAs, Rs, grape, whatever you want to call it, right? I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say on YouTube at this point. To be fair, YouTube has been really lenient on what you're allowed to say nowadays.
I mean, you could just say fuck within the first few seconds now,
I know, right? But no, my like one of my friends, like he's like a history YouTuber, my mutuals.
One of the oomps.
Yeah, one of the oomps. Yeah, he was which I might be playing Castle Crashers with him soon because the new DLC for Castle Crashers is coming out tomorrow. So might play that's going to be on the second channel because that if I'm just playing a game on stream, that's going to be on the second channel nowadays. But like he was like telling the group chat that's like, oh yeah, we like I can just like put Hitler in the thumbnail and title and then it just works. And, like I'm fully monetized. Which like even when it's like fully monetized, I still don't trust it. Like maybe the algorithm will like blackball you at that point. But yeah, so but in India, like if a man forces himself upon an Indian woman in India, I'm pretty sure there's a law that like she has to marry him. Or I should probably fact check this. I should probably ask Grok.
Yeah, let's start grokking it.
Grok, can I? Okay, there we go. Is there a law in India that forces women to marry a man? Okay, let's just make sure. I don't want to be like anti-Indian just for the sake of it.
I do.
Indian law explicitly protects individuals from forced marriages. The Indian Constitution, court and Supreme Court rulings, for example, the Supreme Court in 2080 say the right to marry is a fundamental right, and marriage must be based on free and okay. I'm gonna be real. What is a right to marry? What is a right to marry? Because that implies when rights imply entitlement. So if there is a right to marry, that means you're like for a man is entitled to a wife. The Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2006 sets the minimum marriage age at 18 for women and 21 for men. That is really odd. Wait a minute. So it's different for men and women, but men have to be older in order to marry. That's a little. See, we're just learning about different cultures right now.
Yeah, we're enriching ourselves. We're broadening our perspectives and worldviews.
Yeah. Forced marriages are also addressed under the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005, allowing women to file complaints against relatives, including parents, for coercion. Additionally, Section 375 of the Indian Penal Code defines non-consensual acts, including those under false pretenses like promises to marry, as potential grounds for illegal action. Wait a minute. That's a crazy clause right there. So, okay. I'm curious now. While social and familial pressures may exist, particularly in rural or cultural areas, these are not legally sanctioned. Women can seek legal recourse through police, women's cells, or courts if coerced. A recent claim on X suggesting such a law exists is inaccurate, and no such legislation. Okay, expand on. I'm genuinely curious. So, like, if you like fuck a girl and like saying that you're gonna marry her or whatever. Is that like and then you like bail out of that promise? Is that where a woman is coerced or deceived into relationship or marriage through false promises? Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Okay. So that's basically like lying about your legal status. Or not legal, your money, your financials. Disclaimer, Grok is not a lawyer. Thank you, Grok. Thanks for the heads up. One specifically covered in it when a man induces a woman to engage in sexual activity by promising marriage, knowing he has no intention of fulfilling that. Okay, so that is what I was generally talking about. If the woman consents to the act based on the false promise, the law may consider her consent invalid because it obtained under false pretenses. This can also lead to the act being classified as R. Broader implications of marriage. Yeah, so, okay, breach of promise to marry. While not a criminal offense per se, if a woman is deceived into a marriage or relationship under false pretenses, man misrepresenting his marital status, financial stability, or intent to marry, she may seek remedies under civil law for damages under criminal law for cheating. Yeah, I was like, do you imagine being the guy like working for like Elon or for Twitter, like, I don't know. I'm assuming those have to be like the highest paid guy. Actually, never mind. They're not even in India. They're getting imported here. What am I even talking about? Yeah. So, okay. Well, we're learning about some India, which by the way, it's still crazy how like these acts were in the 2000s. Like the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act was in 2006. 2006, less than 20 years ago, mind you. That's crazy. And then 2005, obviously, the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005. That's 20 years ago now.
Took them They've only had it for 20 years. And I wonder if anything's actually changed. Like, do they really enforce these laws? Because it's one thing for a law to be put in place, you know, but like we understand that it's more important for the laws to be enforced, but I can't say they aren't. I'm just asking questions.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend like I don't know. I don't even know what like a Indian police uniform looks like, frankly.
Yep.
Yeah, this is just like the DS has existed longer than the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, that is wild. And like obviously there are people that are like the people you saw in those videos and that were clipped by Idubbbz, they didn't look like they were just like 20 years old, or like they looked like they probably would have been able to marry before these laws were passed, quite possibly. Or maybe they just missed that cutout point. But yeah, let's go into some more H3 versus Ethan drama, because I see a couple of clips. Let's see. Kyle Kalinske explains why he won't make a video on Ethan Klein. Let's see.
Have you ever thought about making a video criticizing Ethan Klein's Hezbollah? I think he's dangerous because he spits pro-Israel propaganda to an apolitical audience while claiming to be pro-Palestine. No, I think Ethan is pretty well handled by Hassan and by the 48 other people who've pummeled him into the ground. Yeah, I think that guy's done a number to his reputation. I mean, his show basically like imploded in terms of his numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to fact check that?
Saying like he used to be one of the biggest YouTubers, and now he just sort of hit a brick wall. Yeah.
Really? Okay, he hit a brick wall because he got so political. If anything. Yeah. Like if you look,
I mean, he also hit a brick wall because he wasn't uploading any new content.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. To be fair, if you want to grow his audience, probably like the productions channel would probably be a good way to go. But on the H3 podcast, let's see top videos. So okay, this is like peaking 7-8 years ago, and then frenemies. But if we go to live stream, we might see a better representation of that. Yeah, so for his live streams, he did peak like 4 years ago. But to be fair, these are long live streams, so he probably made good. And obviously, this is only on YouTube. But most of his biggest streams are with the collaborations and with the frenemies, which is like with Trisha Paytas, and also like this one girl. I don't even know who she is. Let's just check in. Let's check in on what the H3 Productions. How did that peak? Wait, hold on. Wait. What is this? My entire crew just left. Ethan tried to tame a horse and went horribly wrong. And police were hold on. This isn't even a podcast. Wait.
Okay.
Are you saying they just make videos on the podcast channel?
I don't know if they filled you in, but I'm a poetry major.
Oh, no way. Where?
Why not put this on the main channel?
There's no way this dude just said he's a poetry major.
UC Santa Cruz, the most elite institution in the country.
Did I know I was going to meet a guy from UC?
Well, I have credentials. Yeah.
No, I didn't. That's really cool.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Please.
That is really cool. That's a big accomplishment.
Well, it was not very. It really isn't that big of an accomplishment. I failed out.
I'm going to tell people whatever you love.
Supposed to be like an interview.
What if
I have no idea.
No, there's action here.
You can run a little bit, Ethan. Get out there. Come on.
I would love that. I totally will.
I mean, this isn't as like tightly edited as I remember H3 Productions, the main channel being, but like still, this is not fitting for a podcast channel. Let's see, H3 Production, because if we check what his like he was still making like good views on his main channel. He just stopped uploading there. Which to be fair, like I mean, I don't know. I feel like this is a channel that you could have just like kind of recorded, did your thing, and then just put off on an editor, right? Like
I can see that.
Like if he really wants to keep it going. But he made really good views with the short and concise videos. Let's see what his most popular videos are. Vape Nation 9 years ago, 29 million. Ooh, it's not even 8 minutes long. These glasses cured our color blindness, featuring Idubbbz 8 years ago. Kissing prank. Feeding the homeless, and you can see Filthy Frank in the thumbnail. Experiment, glowing 1000 degree knife featuring Idubbbz. Sit down, Jake Paul. It's every day, bro. Yeah, so like he could have kept this going pretty well. Like even if it like obviously we just won't know because he didn't really keep this going. He didn't keep that momentum past 2020 just about. Would you think, if anything, 2020 would be a good it'd be a good time to double down, which to be fair, like chances are the podcast channel just makes more money, even if it's like, oh, less views. These are so much longer than it's just like Vosh exposed for messaging a minor allegedly. Oh, I remember. We streamed about this.
We sure did.
Sure did. Yeah. So because like 7.6 million views on a live stream. That's like 2.5 hours long. But most of these are like over 2 to 3 years old. Like he did already peak quite a while ago. But you could say that's who Terry Joe. Who is that? Tana Mojo to stream 2 years ago. The rehabilitation of Tana Mojo from the people that were going after her back in like 2017 is crazy. Guess who the D'Amelios are suing? Did the TikTok stars, did they start suing H3H3? Okay, yeah.
I sure hope they're not suing someone that isn't making as much money as them, because that'd be bad.
Yeah, let me. Okay, I'm gonna pull up Ethan's social blade, but I'll continue on with Kyle Kalinske. What happened here? Okay. There we
go. A brick wall. Yeah. He used to be like a prankster type dude. And then he did like a left wing show with Hassan. And then now he has like this massive hate boner for Hassan and he shits on him all the time. And he just sort of ruined his own credibility. So no, I think he's handled. I don't view him as like, he's not like a really.
I mean, he's right. The second he tried to actually be friends with Hassan is when his credibility was ruined.
He was like a dude who
he had good intentions when he was doing it. He thought it was the right thing to do, but obviously it bit him in the ass.
Yeah. Okay. I tried looking up the H3H3 podcast on Social Blade. Apparently, I need to like pay to look at his statistics throughout the last 3 years.
Rip bozo.
Wait. Okay. I'm looking at Social Blade. What happened here? So this is Tuesday, August 5th, and minus 7.95 thousand views. Did he delete a bunch of content? Oh wait, this would imply right here because it shows when a video is deleted. Well, okay, you can see the daily average and then last 30 days. You can see it is kind of like okay, minus 10K subscribers for the last 30 days. So 10 million views in the last 30 days. So he's not gaining subscribers, but that also applies to Idubbbz.
I mean, Idubbbz is really actively losing them. So
yeah, but like. As far as we know, H3H3 is losing them too.
Fair.
Yeah, let's future projection. Let's see the future projection. So this is predicting the future where the H3 podcast continues going down. I'm gonna check view stats because that's like the Social Blade competitor. Maybe that's better. Maybe that won't like lock basic like long-term data behind a paywall. You must be logged in to view this page. Shut up, bro. Okay, H3 podcast. Let's see just how horribly he's doing. So he's making. We can check the 1 year. We can check the 1 year graph, and this is okay. We can check the subscribe. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's a steady decline.
That is a steady. What's the max? How? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he's been like kind of falling off since 2020. Like you can see he's like going downhill in 2022 and 2023. Then he kind of plateaus. And then, let's see exactly what month. Okay, so throughout June of 2023, he's gaining subscribers. And, that's October 2nd. October 9th. Okay, October 9th would be like his peak, just about. Which that'd be 2 days after the like whole Israeli concert getting, that situation.
Oh, yeah.
And then it goes down and down. And so he like peaked at almost 3 million. So since October 7th, he has lost like 300,000 subscribers, which that's not like you can't. It's like obviously you can still coast off of that, but I'm not sure exactly how he's going to grow at this point. I think the only way for him to grow would just to be to continue on the main channel. But considering how he's doing like actual videos on his podcast channel. I don't know why he's doing that. I guess he doesn't have much of an interest in his main channel.
Who knows?
Yeah, let's see if the H3H3 Productions got any near as much activity. There we go. Let's go to Max here as well. Okay, so views go. Oh yeah, so okay, it's basically been a steady downward trend until. Okay. That's interesting. So he lost a bunch of subscribers right when he made the Hassan Piker video. And then it like went down. Sense. But to be fair, considering that was his first video in literal years, like, let's see, H3 production. Yeah, so it went from Becoming the Zuck featuring Idubbbz 5 years ago, that's like 2021, just about. And then Content Nukes Hassan Piker. So you can tell that, like, obviously there would be people that like, oh, forgot about him. That's like, why is he in my feed? And then unsubscribed, right? I think I like that, but also like he did kind of cross over the Hassan Piker, but it's not like his main channel got near like a bump from having Hassan. Wait a minute. He used to be above 6 million. Now he's under. Oh my goodness, dude. That's crazy. He has passed the 6 million threshold and then declined for, I really wish I could see like, I don't know, see like his I want to see the graph from like 2015 to 2021, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I get you.
Or at least, you know, because I want to see where he peaked. What was his all-time peak? Because we've like this is mostly because of inactivity. Because just from 2022 here, yeah, he fell below 6 million long before. Yeah, he fell below 6 million subs like even before like October 7th. Yeah, June of 2023 he fell below 6 million. But then it just continued out. Probably, you know, obviously it makes sense considering it's yeah, do I have to? Oh, wait. Unlock video stats with an account. Okay, I see how it is. 1.37 million. I mean, you know, what I would not scoff at 1.37 million right there.
Real.
Like, yeah, he can like to be fair, like these are fair, like especially I can't believe this happened. That's like a nearly 40-minute long video. Assuming he monetized that. That'd be a good chunk of change right there. So yeah, this is, man, it makes me kind of sad. I know that like, I know this channel would become just as bad. It would have been just as bad as Idubbbz's channel is now, but even before, like it would have gotten the worse in 2022. And then it might have gotten better from there. Or 20, yeah. But yeah, this is bleak. He could have kept this going, and then people would still be mad. But to be fair, he was making enough of his fans mad from the old days back when he started this podcast. Because
it's because Ethan and Ian are different. They're still the same. It's poetic,
yeah, dude. That is true. Ain't that just an unfortunate turn of events? How that turned out, and so yeah, Kyle Kalinske of all people are clowning on. And then Ethan posts a late night Idubbbz/Smeagol edit from the H3 Productions community on Reddit. Thank you, Ethan Klein. Very cool. He just, dude, this like the kind of thing that you see on H3's story, just like completely unprompted. Dude, the H3 Productions community on Reddit must be so funny. Like especially within the past 6 months, I'm sure.
Mini gyms can be mined in those caverns. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Yeah, I should source my thumbnails from that subreddit. Yeah, so I am planning on making a full. By planning I mean I should be getting it out this Sunday, a full video on H3. It's going to be kind of a companion piece of my previous Idubbbz video, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. Thank you all for getting it to like what 50K views. That is a pretty good threshold. Is bro going homeless with this one? I don't know. Like, isn't there a clip going around that Idubbbz lost his house? Well, let's check. I
have no idea. I haven't heard or seen that.
Idubbbz. Yeah, because it was probably posted when you're off Twitter, right? Not probably. That one. Oh yeah, wait. Ethan and Harley Morenstein offered to buy Career Clash. Ethan also asked if she should buy Idubbbz's home. What is this? Ethan had lost smoke for Ian and Nissa Day. Using it as his own words, he alleges that Idubbbz is cheap, has bad breath, and poops his pants.
There was a TikTok that came out from a girl who went on a date with Ian before he met me, and she took blurred photos of him that he didn't even know existed. It really hurt him.
Blurred photos?
He was just trying to date, and this girl took he didn't know that those photos existed. I showed him, and I was like, did you know that these photos existed? Because it doesn't look like you knew.
Is this like, was that like a precursor to that T app?
There's one of him from behind, and she like took a picture of him from behind in the parking lot, and another where he's like looking at something, and she took a picture. Yeah, she said that he took her to Cheesecake Factory, and he didn't pay, which I totally believe. Beauty standards. That's
the back when Idubbbz was awesome.
True.
Dude, Idubbbz was probably raking in cash when he did that. right? Assuming it's like, you know, kind of like 2015, 2016 before he met Anissa. He was probably raking in cash, didn't even pay for the food.
I mean, any dude is raking in cash when he doesn't have a girlfriend.
Okay, this might be like my most trad cuck opinion, but like I feel like you might as well just pay for the date, or at least the first.
Yeah,
date, right?
yeah,
like it's not okay. Like it's not gonna kill you. Like even you could. I mean, to be fair, if she's pushing her limits, then I think you have to make a statement there. Yeah. But if it's just like, oh yeah, let's split like the literal like cake or something. Just pay for it.
So
like it's more trouble than it's really worth.
Yeah.
I asked him because to me, like honestly, if I were to like rate Ian honestly, I would say like 9.5. Like literally, the only thing that would make him like, you know, 0.5 hotter is if like he fucking his breath didn't stink all the time or whatever. Like literally, I really do think like he's a 9.5.
I need this clip.
And
I need to use this clip in it. I don't know. I might just need to make another Idubbbz video, frankly. It finally happened. Idubbbz blocked H3H3 Productions. Okay, I swear it did. I feel like am I hallucinating this? I might need to pull up on a different tab. Maybe this guy didn't report on it. Maybe this really good source of information. I feel like my videos are a lot better because of this one Twitter account. Because this guy is like better than like once this guy hit the scene, it was over for Drama Alert. Like Drama Alert just needs to like stick to Snapchat at this point, frankly, because they're not doing it on Twitter. Like Drama Alert's been irrelevant on Twitter nowadays, literally because of this guy. Okay, I'm searching up Idubbbz house. Wait, no way, that's Idubbbz house, dog. No, wait, that's crazy.
You don't want to accidentally pull up house docs.
Something,
dude. It's up for sale. It's on Zillow.
Never mind.
Yeah, and basically. Yeah, basically only okay, this doesn't actually have an address. No way, that's Idubbbz house, dog. They got scammed, and you can see they price cut the house. They cut the price on the house. So I'm genuinely curious just how bad the house could be that they couldn't sell it for in Seattle. By the way, this is Seattle, which to be fair, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are moving out of. For obvious reasons, but how are you not able to sell it? It's super expensive there. That's like really expensive. But okay, maybe this clip will do. This is I believe this is from what, Bearing
something.
How low will it go? Well, it looks like the prices might go even lower because on real estate listing Reddit or whatever the fuck, this person went into the open house of Idubbbz's house. And he goes, genuinely not being snarky here. My wife and I toured this house. It's in our price range and general location we're looking for. The place has an honest to God stink.
Oh my God.
It smells like really bad cooking. Has just permeated the paint or something. Uh-oh, stinky.
Stinky.
Wait, it's worse than just being stinky. We left and have sore throats for like 20 minutes after. People are getting sick. Just stepping foot into the pigsty shithole.
Wow.
We went to their open house.
Yeah, and it stinks.
Probably of Anissa's cooking and his breath.
Probably of Anissa's bad cooking, his breath, his fucking irritable bowel syndrome, and her piss.
Oh yeah, he's shitting himself and she's pissing.
Yeah, look at this. I came across this the other day. Anissa used to do like comedy skits sort of thing.
Oh God.
Yeah.
How bad does that house have to be? You want to chat? I'm starting my own GoFundMe. I'm going to buy his house.
No. The first step is a GoFundMe so we can fly there and house tour. We do a vlog.
Vlog house tour. All right, I got you.
Bro, imagine buying their home, tearing it down, and opening up a boxing gym right there. It's like I don't know. That's stupid. Never mind.
Well, I guess because they failed in boxing. You know, like they failed their boxing venture. It's a failure now.
Yep.
I don't know, chat. Okay, chat. Give us super chat so we can go to Seattle, get that house, do a house tour, and we will confirm ourselves just how stinky the house is. What's the thought about that? What do you guys think about that? Going once, going twice.
So
yeah, I was like, there's no way it's that bad. Which I'm pretty sure they did renovations on this house. Like so they invested in this house before selling it, and they still need to price cut it.
Damn.
And not to mention, it's like we're talking about the housing market here, right? Like this shouldn't be this difficult. Oh, did you hear that Ronald McDonald appeared in a commercial for the first time in like 11 years?
Bro, I'm gonna lose my shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, they brought back Ronald McDonald. I
think that's a sign that they're desperate.
It means woke is dead. Okay.